I can't remember a busier couple of days or more exciting couple of days right here in our community. So much going on. To help us get a better picture of all that is our West Bloomfield Township Clerk, the amazing Debbie Binder, who I can't really figure out how she finds time to get any of her clerk work done because she's the most prolific social media publisher in West Bloomfield. You're always putting so much useful information up there for the community. I want to thank you for that. Good job. Good morning. Good morning, Debbie.
How are you, Dave? Good morning to you.
So a couple of things that we're going to talk election, but just a couple of quickies, and I didn't warn her about this, but I know that you're ready. What about this guy, this amazing fisherman that you guys had in, the Sasquatch hunter or whatever? He came in.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, the Basquatch, that's it. He came in, you guys recognize him. You know, we told the whole story here already, but doesn't it amaze you how many people we have, very special people in our community that are just champions of their industry and making a difference, and at the same time want to contribute to the people in our community? What a great story, huh?
It's a great story. He's a wonderful person. And literally, from the minute, as I mentioned at the meeting, from the minute I met him, all he kept saying is, how can I get involved? What can I do to help? I want to help my community. And you could see the enthusiasm for not just his community, but for the fishing and the importance of fishing to children. And every time I look at, you think I'm prolific on social media. He really teaches me how to be prolific on social media. And every time I look at his social media, he's out there with a new group of kids, introducing them to fishing, and just has the proudest smile. And you can see these kids with a sense of accomplishment right in the picture. So we really are lucky to have residents who have achieved the pinnacle of their career, their whatever their chosen vocation is, or actually just interest, and share it with people. And that's that next step that he really embodies. How can I share it with my community, and how can I make my community a nicer place to
Yeah,
be?
just a great story. Another great story here, at least from my perspective, is Tesla coming here. And you guys figured out, the Planning Commission, I believe, figured out a way to get Tesla in our business district without altering the nature of it. Tesla, the perfect really company to come here if you're going to have a car company in that district, because they're used to putting their cars in a retail location and not turning it into a big parking lot. So I think a win all the way around it. How great to have that addition to our community.
It was all the Planning Commission. I had really no involvement in that.
Well, they did a nice job. And let's talk election today as well, Debbie. So school election in particular, and I don't know if there might be other things on the ballot for May 2nd, but May 2nd, a huge election for the school district, and we'll talk to them about the pros and cons about that. But can we vote already? Are we already ready to go to the ballot?
We are already open for absentee voting at the clerk's office from 8 to 4:30 daily. At this point, if someone is not registered, they do have to come in person at the clerk's office to register. They are no longer able to register by mail or online. That's part of the laws. The 14 days prior to an election, you must register in person at your clerk's office, and you do need to bring residency verification with you. Now, there's a list of things that will work, and the easiest thing I would tell you is I would call my office at 248-451-4848, and we will make sure you know what to bring with you. You can register up to 8 p.m. on election day, and you can then vote in your precinct or by absentee ballot. Closer it gets to 8 o'clock, we're going to encourage you to vote by absentee ballot, not worry about getting to your precinct. And you may request an absentee ballot up to 4 p.m. the Monday prior to an election.
Well, it's so much more convenient for people, especially we have a lot of seniors who have mobility issues in our community, and are people taking advantage of these absentee ballots and these new processes that we've introduced in the last 5-10 years?
We have been, since I came into office in 2016, we have been a pretty strong absentee voting community. And during COVID, we really hit high numbers of people choosing to vote by absentee ballot. So they are continuing to vote by absentee ballot, although we are seeing some return to the precincts. You spoke of some of the people who benefit, our seniors with mobility issues. But we also have college students that go away to college and they would still like to vote where it's local to them and where it matters, not necessarily in their college location. So there are a lot of people who choose to vote back here. Our military and our overseas voters, especially during a large election, constitute a large number of our voters that choose to vote by absentee ballot. And that right to vote by absentee ballot allows those military and overseas voters the ability, provides them, protects their right to vote. So we do have people who have always chosen to partake of absentee voting, and those who have now, that they can with no reason absentee, have chosen to vote that way. We do anticipate in this election we'll probably see about 60% of our ballots will be cast by absentee ballot. And people can obtain that. I can't remember if I had mentioned up to 4 p.m. the Monday before. We are also open Saturday before every election from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. for absentee voting. So someone can come in on the Saturday before an election all day and obtain an absentee ballot. The one important thing to remember is if you do come on Monday before an election up to 4 p.m., and that 4 p.m. is a statutory hard time. It's not closing time. It's a 4 p.m. stop by law. But if you do choose to vote on Monday, you do have to vote that absentee ballot right here at Town Hall, and we do have a private voting booth to protect your privacy available for you to vote on the Monday before an election. Otherwise, you have the polls available on Tuesday morning, opening at 7 a.m. and closing at 8 p.m.
All right, Debbie, thank you very much. Good job. And look, they're busy people too, myself included, that just find it more convenient. So thank you for your hard
Just
work.
one thing, Jim, I couldn't call you Jim, I'm talking. Dave, one important thing is that
Sure.
precinct 1 voters, if you were at Chico before, you will be voting at West Bloomfield Middle School in the choir room.
All right. Well, and that'll give you a great opportunity to see that beautiful building all at the same time. So good job. Debbie Binder, thank you very much. We'll
Thanks,
keep in
Dave.
touch. Good to see you.